Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on. Time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, and good morning. Invite somebody to share. That's the thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Invite somebody, share. All right, so let me do my good mornings. Teresa Lockett, good morning. Teresa Bryant, good morning. Erica Austin, good morning. J. Denise Kennedy, good morning. Tina White McPherson, good morning. Michelle, TB got theme music. Yeah, I had it when we started this I've had it for about 3-4 years. I used it for the TV show that came on CW17. I used it in a couple other outlets, but I'm just bringing it back, Michelle. That's all we're doing. We're just bringing it back. So this morning, we're going to talk about you will come out, you will win. What tends to happen is when you're accustomed to experiencing failure, when you're accustomed to being let down, when you're accustomed of having failure in relationships, failure in life, your soul remembers those failures. Edith Hodges, that's right, on YouTube. Good morning and thank you. I need all of you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I need you to click the bell so you'll know when I go live, because this year we're moving off Facebook. We're doing everything off of YouTube. We're going to make that transition in the next few months. So I need you to go with me. If you want to know why we're making that change, well, YouTube pays me for this. And I think I owe them. Facebook have not given me anything, but Facebook has connected me to you. And for that, I'm grateful. So your soul rehearses your experiences. To every experience, there's an emotional attachment. There's an emotional attachment that is connected to every experience. Your soul rehearses your experience. Your soul is what is feeding your mind, your experience. So 75% of the thoughts that we think are in the past that reignite old emotions. So we have to do something different. We have to do something new so that we can move away from those old experiences, those old things that have happened to us, and register new experience to give our soul something great to rehearse. So you have to create new relationships. You need to create new contacts. Now, let me tell you how you need to build these relationships. Your relationships should feed where you're going and not where you've been. I'm going to say that again. Your relationships should feed where you're going and not where you've been. Y'all do me a favor. I need everybody to do this. Will you share this to your page? Will you invite 3 people right now? Just take a pause, invite somebody. Promise you this is going to bless you. So when I've been in failed relationships, when I've had relationships in the past that did not work in my favor, the memories of those experiences ignites the emotion that is attached. So every time I think about what happened in the past, I relive those emotions. Those emotions interrupt my present because now it's my past with all of its baggage trying to live in my present. and it contaminates my future because I can't see where I should go because where I've been is in my present view. This is why a lot of people don't get married. People who've been married before, people who've been engaged before, they're reluctant now when it comes to relationships. This is why a lot of people allow fear to dominate them because they tried to get this job and it didn't work out in their favor. They tried to start their own company. It didn't work out in their favor. Again, there's an emotion that is attached to every experience. There's an emotion that is attached to every experience. Our experiences are registered in our soul. Our soul records it. Our soul feeds our mind what we've gone through. And when we think about what we've gone through, we reignite those emotions, and those emotions interrupt our presence and hinder our future. You've got to create something new. You got to create something different. Even if it's for a season, you got to get from around the same people doing the same Monday things, and you're not getting good results. If your friends are not helping you, then they are hindering you. If your environment is not feeding you into your greater, then it's hindering you and bringing you down to be less than what you were created to be. So it's time. It's the 26th, I believe the 26th. It's the 26th day of December. We're 26 days in 2021, and already people have a give up mindset or a give up spirit. Every time you try to press forward, every time you try to grab something new, every time you try to hold on to something different, every time you take 10 steps forward, something happens and knocks you back. Here's the reality. Here is the reality. The greater you are, the more hell you're going to go through. I'm going to let that marinate for a second. Joshua Alexander, good morning, nephew. Nate King, what up, bro? Boy, it's good to see you. Dewan McIntyre, good morning. Irv Jones, what up, Reverend? Tanya Bates Rogers, good morning. Teresha shared it on 3 pages. Thank you. Everybody, share this, invite somebody. This is my new time between 7 and 7:30. I hadn't really figured that out yet, but that's the new time between 7 and 7:30. So your ability to come out of anything is contingent on your mindset, but your mindset rehearses your past. So you got to create something new. And I'm telling you, no matter how bad it's been, no matter what you've gone through, things are turning in your favor and they're getting ready to get better. I'm going to say it again. Things are turning in your favor and they're getting ready to get better. You can even win with a bad hand. You know, 2020 wasn't kind to any of us, but we were still blessed in 2020 because we made it to 2021. There are questions that I have about some of the things that happened, but I cannot allow my future to hang on past thoughts that I do not have answers to. There's a scripture in Deuteronomy that says that the secret thing belongs to the Lord, but those things that have been revealed belong to us. In other words, if God wants you to know, he'll tell you. Stop wrestling with the unknown and what you do not understand, because it's going to hinder you from making upward progress. It's going to hinder you from moving forward. The enemy of your future is your past. I'm going to say it again. The enemy of your future is your past. No matter what has happened in the past, your present can become a weapon to push you forward or move you back. If you don't meditate on your future, in other words, where you should be instead of where you've been, in the present, you're going to contaminate your future. I know I'm talking right. Things are going to change for you. Things are going to get better for you. You will come out and you will win. There are times when you have to stand yourself up and look in the mirror and shake yourself and make yourself understand. And you got to say it where your own ears can hear it. I will win. I will come out of this. I will not fall to depression. I will not fall to the prey and the lies of my enemies. I will not allow the culture and society to define who I am. I am who I am by the grace of God. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the lender and not the borrower. No matter what I've gone through, no matter how broke I've been, things are changing for me now. Why? Because I believe it. And your season doesn't begin with a calendar day. God is not trying to punish you because of something that you've done in the past. He's not trying to punish you because you didn't get up and pray. He's not trying to punish you because you didn't go to church. That's not the God that we serve. It's not the God that we serve. You should do what he tells you to do, but God loves you so much. He's giving you grace. Listen to this. That grace gives birth to new mercy every morning. Every time you wake up, God has a covenant of mercy. That's something you've never seen before, to cover you and empower you to do the things today that you did not do on tomorrow. Woo! I'm telling you, it's going to get better, but you've got to rehearse it with your mouth. You got to be careful what you say. So the first thing that you got to do, you need some new friends. I'm going to go ahead and you need new friends. Let me tell you why. New friends will present new perspectives. Now, the friends that you need, you may not get an opportunity to hang out. Maybe you can FaceTime. Maybe you can invite them to coffee time, and that be your hangout. But new friends will bring new ideas, new perspectives. If you're trying to embrace something greater, what have you done in your past and what are you doing in your present to present yourself with what you're hoping for? Can't keep hoping for good, but you have the same routine, you take the same route, you talk to the same people, and you're doing the same things. If you're going to embrace the greater that is ahead, you've got to disconnect with the things that are hindering you, that are holding you back. Well, how do you know what's hindering you and what's holding you back? Some things are obvious. You can figure that out on your own. But here's the things you missed. I'm going to say it again. If your family, your friends, and your environment are not feeding into your greatness, then they are complementing your sorrow. If they're not feeding to your greatness, if they're not pushing you forward, they are inadvertently pulling you back, or you become stagnated, stuck. The engine is running, but the car is not moving. And I'm telling you, it begins when you decide enough is enough. You know, you ought to get tired of living the same way, do the same thing. Last night, I shared with the group that I lost a total over 50 pounds, almost 50 total. And I'm still losing. Because I made up my mind I didn't want to be that big. It was unhealthy. I'm trying to live. And if I'm going to live, I have to do the things that are fruitful for life. So I had to work out. I had to run. I had to change my diet. Then I had to make this a part of my lifestyle. It's not a one-time change. It's permanent. Sometimes it get rough. Sometimes it get hard. Because there are certain things that my soul has to remember that I feed my body. And it pulls me. You know, it's just certain things I like. It is. But I'm breaking those old habits to embrace this newness. Because your weight is everything to your life. Your longevity of life is predicated, of course, on God, because he numbers our days. But you can shorten your life by the things that you do. Listen to me this morning. Listen very carefully and closely. You're going to win. You're going to come out. But you got some changes to make. You need to rededicate your life to God. Yeah, I said it. You know, a lot of the stuff that we've allowed to get in our heart have pulled us away from the sacred place, and it's hindering our relationship with God. Man, you got to get back there. You got to get back to that place. You can't let nothing and no one. People in your life should be pushing you closer to God, not necessarily through preaching, not necessarily through that. That's a part of it. But their light that is on them ought to encourage you to be brighter. There's greatness in you. That's why you've gone through so much trouble. The tears that you shed in the middle of the night, those tears are connected to books. Those books have stories of the things that you pushed through. Well, those tears are also seed. God made a promise that we wouldn't go through anything and come out and not be promoted. God does not allow us to go through things and when we come out, not reward us. So if God is with me and he is in me and he has given me a covenant that he will make my name great, your name builds a platform. That platform gets the attention of those who are connected to your dream. And as you walk towards your dream, everything that you need is going to be met. I'm telling you, you're going to win. I'm telling you, things are going to get better. Don't allow what you've gone through and where you've been to dictate your day and prophesy over your tomorrow. You've got to take authority over where you are. You've got to speak to where you know you should be. Then you got to make the necessary changes and adjustments so you can get there. I'm going to share this last thing and I'm out of here. Share this last thing. If you can believe it, you can have it. If you can see it, that means God's hand has been a part of the process for you to view it. And if you view it, he's going to give you the grace, which gives you the strength, which empowers you to accomplish what you see. God downloads things in us, but he leaves us responsible for making it happen. He's going to help us along the way, but it's your responsibility to make it happen. I'm going to say it again. It's your responsibility. You're going to make it through this. Every time you go to feeling bad, every time things seem to be going wrong, because seemingly you just can't get a break. Well, what are you saying out of your mouth? You've got to speak to the degree of the trouble that you're in and you're facing. There are days I'm not with it. I know that's bad English. Please forgive me for misusing the English language. There are days I ain't with it. I don't want to be bothered. I don't feel like it. And don't you say nothing to me before I have my coffee. But I'm not called to live by how I feel. I can't treat people the way that I feel. I can't have a perspective of life based on how I feel. No, I have to grab myself, shake myself, look at myself in the mirror and remind myself of who I am and remind myself I'm not my feelings. I am what I believe. I am what I see. And I see greater. And I feel greater is coming. So no matter who you are, where you are, what you're dealing with, it begins today. But you got to speak it. Speaking it helps you hear it. Hearing it helps you believe it. Believing it causes it to manifest. That's call for time. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part of this. Did you not know the reason we're able to reach the masses is because of you? If you don't share it, you don't like it, you don't show up, I have nothing to do. So your ears make my voice possible, and for that, I'm grateful. Hey, I need your help. I need you to continue to support us financially. We're doing some things. We've expanded our brand to New York. We're working on some things in New York. We'll tell you about that. Some of the things here in Jacksonville, in Florida, that we started to do, COVID kind of disappointed us, but it just means that God has another way. We're going back on network TV. I'm going to tell you more about that in the days to come. God is doing something, and this word is spreading. I get calls all over, inside the U.S., outside of the U.S. When we did the statistics, believe it or not, in Afghanistan, Iraq, the United Kingdom, there's so many places where coffee time is. Don't let the numbers fool you. We're making a difference. We're making an impact, and we're able to do that because of you and your generosity. Without your giving, this couldn't be possible. So please continue to give monthly, weekly, however it is you give, however much you decide. We need that so we continue to grow. We made some moves in the last month that is going to take us to the next level. I'm not going to share it now, but I'm excited about it. We're going back on radio. We're going back on TV. We still have the deal with Sony. There are a lot of things that are moving at the same time. We're not going to give up. We had to take a step back, but stepping back allows you to step up because it causes you to refortify your strength, build, regroup, and push forward harder than you ever have before. And we're in this thing to win it. So please continue to support. The Cash App is on the screen. $ sponsor Coffee Time. We're able to do this because of you. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom on the inside of you is not able to handle. You've got to calm down, slow down, be quiet, use emotional intelligence, and let wisdom speak. When wisdom speak, you will always win. Don't you go nowhere. Stay right there. Make sure you give. And always remember to think higher. Speak life.
Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.